the garbage fee, our reserves were not depleted as folks warned. In fact, the reserves ended up growing to the tune of quite a few $100,000. Although I will note that according to the information in this audit, and this is just we can't pat ourselves on the back and note that, you know, we're out of the woods just because we've been slowly building the reserves. I mean, because the cold hard truth of the matter is that we still owe more debt on the public safety building alone than we even have in our cash reserves. And that's one of the, I think, the more troubling dynamics in the audit is, you know, so I think things are going in a good direction. I think the last couple of years have been good to our budget, but we're still millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt from well, the public safety building in particular, and we're not out of the woods yet, and so there's still things are headed in the right direction, but we still have a ways to go.
Okay, Mr. Dawson, a question. Will you please come up?
Sure.
What, just for the record, what is our budget?
Our original budget was about approximately $31 million.
How much is it now?
It's approximately $32 million. After we add the building, the building roof on, this next budget amendment will be 32.
Okay. What was the revenue from sources did we bring in last year?
We brought in $30.7 million from all revenues, including the transfers.
What did you bring in the year before?
About 30.6. That's less.
All right,
grants.
now if we bringing in 30.6, how did that get up there? I looked at this thing too. I believe we got some. Does the how you figure the grants or the?
Well, I think last year, you know, as Commissioner Hedden said, we had a lot of sacrifice on the part of our management staff to really trim down costs. I think the perfect example tonight when Chief Passage mentioned that, Chief Passage and several other folks mentioned that we delayed. I think Jim even mentioned that we're delaying the hiring of staff by 1 year. I think everybody's, you know, trying to adhere to that policy. And then Chief Passage mentioned that he even cut back some on his training. So we're cutting, you know, wherever we can cut, prioritizing our cuts. So I think our management's really trying to cut back as much as they can to stay within our revenue stream. So I think that's why we've seen, you know, an increase in our general fund. And then also, if you notice, Commissioner Hedden mentioned on page 12, I think it's where it shows the income statement. We're up a little bit over $1 million in our general fund, but our other funds were down about $500,000. And we're taking money from there to buy equipment. So, you know, I think Debbie and I talked before. You know, we're using kind of a Band-Aid approach as much as we can to try to, you know, make sure that we pay for items that we need, you know, and try to stay within our revenue stream.
Okay.
So we haven't really, the last several years, we haven't, you know, another point is we haven't bought any capital items for about 3 years. Used to be we spent about $2.1 million a year on capital expenditures. The last 3 years we've spent about a little bit more than $500,000 on capital expenditures. So, you know, those are some items that we've done. And then also we've started to transfer some money out of other accounts in order to balance the fund. And we transferred money. Bill will tell you this, Bill Scow, taken rated his fund for about $300,000, and we've also rated the E911 for about $300,000. So.
Yeah. Okay, but we're still tight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So
We have a motion for approval of 10.1.
So moved.
We got a motion from Commissioner Turner. We have a second.
I'll second.
Mr. Hedden, please call the roll.
Commissioner Wilder?
Yes.
Commissioner Hadden?
Yes, and thank you.
Commissioner Turner?
Yes.
Commissioner May?
Yes.
Mayor Graham?
Yes, so 10.1 is adopted. Now we're down to, it says adjournment here, but I believe we need a motion from someone to go into closed session to talk about property.
I move we go into closed session per 61-810, sub 1, sub B, for property.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Commissioner Hadden. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Wilder?
Yes.
Commissioner Hadden?
Yes.
Commissioner Turner?
Yes.
Commissioner May?
Yes.
Mayor Graham?
Yes, we're going to close session.